Alright, so, combo elves here. We have an honorary elf that honks around at the bottom end of our curve here in Gilded Goose. The reason why we're playing this is because we want 8 1-mana accelerants so we can play a 3-mana spell on the second turn of the game, ideally. I think Goose is mostly fine here because you'll note that, like, we're not often going to want to go 1-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, because we only have 4 4-drops in this deck. The combo part of this deck, past the elf part, is that Growing Rites here, along with flipping it over into the cradle and having 6, or having at least 5 creatures in play, with Wakeroot generates infinite mana and turns all of your lands into 5/5s with haste. So if this taps for at least 5 mana, you tap it for 5, you use Wakeroot to untap it, which now it makes 6 mana. So this, along with this, nets a mana every time you do that. And then eventually you've netted enough mana that you start turning the rest of your lands into 5/5 creatures as well. And then if that can't attack for lethal that way, that unlimited mana can also be pumped into Nylea here to draw the entirety of the creatures out of our deck and cast them because we have infinite mana. So we have a, Imperious Perfect, Steel Leaf Champion, Nylea beatdown plan. We also have a Growing Rites plus Wakeroot Elemental combo aspect. Let's see if this is competitive enough to race. There is a chance that this falls into that not quite linear enough, not interactive, just gets run over. But we've got plans. They exist. Let's see if they're good enough when executed. The combo also works with the green castle. That's not true, right? So if you tap green castle with 4 mana, you get 5 mana, then you can activate Wakeroot and untap the castle, but then the castle needs 4 more mana with it. Yeah, the castle needs mana with it to make mana. So you can get a single activation there, but you can't combo like you do with this flipped over. Sure, whatever. That's not the relevant part about what we're talking about, Time Lord. Flippin' Twitch chat, man. Don't butt Jeff me. Get out of here. Unless the thing you're correcting me on makes the explanation I'm explaining incorrect, pound sand. Bugger off. All right, well, sweet memes are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the 7. Oh, you scared me. Everybody memeing for something. Do.
Somebody should clip that because you jumped like a foot.
This will be a creature, right? This will be a creature if I play it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. It'll flip this over.
It'll be a poop head if you play it.
It'll be a poop head. You've been spending too much time with Declan. Yeah. spending too much time with Declan, my love.
You having fun?
I am. How's my family doing?
We're okay.
Did Declan beat his Pokemon gym yet?
No, because he is too lazy to level up his Pokemon.
He doesn't want to grind his Pokemon up. Okay, the question is, do they have a Brazen Borrower here to disrupt us, or do we get to combo them next turn?
He also doesn't understand why I'm playing a game where I have to do chores every day.
He doesn't understand why I'm playing a game where I have to do chores. To be fair, I'm not sure anyone understands that.
It's the most popular game right now.
It's the most popular game right now.
Everybody likes being indebted to a raccoon that shirks his responsibility onto other people. Give me some lunch.
I would love some lunch, honey.
Could it be easy?
Yeah, sure.
What do you want?
I don't know.
I have the oven on.
What are you making for you?
Something you won't eat.
Something I won't eat. I don't know. Surprise me.
I don't want to surprise you.
But don't you love me?
No.
Oh.
My hip hurts.
Oh, poor honey. So there's a chance that there's a good chance they have a fog here, but I technically get to draw the entirety of my deck at this point.
What do you want? Group
Hello,
hug?
oldest son.
A group hug is nice.
Aren't you a sweet little monster? I do like when we get to pop off first thing. It's good time.
Why are you weird?
Hey, Silverberg TM. Thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Oaklandia. Thanks for keeping me around. Okay, so now comes the part where we start using this. Hello, oldest son. You are very silly.
Do you want food or not?
Yeah, just bring whatever.
Fine, I'm telling Declan to pick something out for you.
Deal.
Jacob, you're a weirdo. Come on. Oh, we came in here because his show turned off. Can you turn it back on for me?
It's playing for the remote, yep. You think our opponent's having fun? They're playing Nexus of Fate, so basically what we're currently doing couldn't have happened to a nicer person. No! Oh, no! Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. I'm gonna have to untap some of these lands again? That's fine, it's not a big deal. It's gonna be okay. We need a Singleton Questing Beast in the main deck to play around it. Yes! That's a good... I have Questing Beast in the sideboard. Do we just attack? No, I want to draw my deck. You want me to stop drawing cards? Are you some kind of monster? Right? Why would you want me to stop drawing cards? Visionary. Vision is scary. Start a revolution. Pollute in the airwaves. Doo-doo. I'm aware they have fog. I still get to draw my whole deck, chat. What do you want me to do? Stop drawing cards? You're a monster if you want me to stop drawing cards. What if instead I continued to draw cards? I mean, they're the one running out of timeouts here, chat. I'm not timing out. I'm taking game actions. Doesn't this sound like a great deck to play on mobile too? Can we just talk about how great Historic is again, by the way? Can we just take a moment to appreciate this format in all of its glory? We were just like, hey, by the way, what if we just like added a sick combo to our Elves deck? And we're just like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I really don't understand why they haven't just cast the Fog. Yeah, but it's zero sum. At this point, I'm mostly playing to see if I can burn their match timer. Because, like, they are losing timer here. Yeah, they could not have the fog and are just trying to get us too. That would be great. I don't know. I'm having fun. I'm drawing cards. Look at that. I don't know about you, but this just made 22. Do-do-do. It could just be a growth spiral, yeah. Aren't y'all super excited to manage this board on mobile? Won't that be sweet? Is this turn 4? Is it? This might be turn 4. This is turn 4, isn't it? I would love to eat something, oldest son. What'd you bring me? Look at you. Thank you.
You're welcome, Daddy.
I love you, child. He's great. We're gonna lose? Yeah, probably. Probably. Next game we'll win from here because we'll have questing bees. Yeah, we could definitely still lose. No, they stay creatures. Yeah. Yeah, Wakeroot's like a pretty decent card. Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! Oh, it's so satisfying. Oh, yeah. Oh, you love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Mercy, mercy. Are you dead yet? All right, so like, definitely want the questing bees. Probably want the thrashy bees. Cut Imperious, perfect. Cut Clan Call. I think I just cut the Lords. Is that crazy? I don't know if this deck is good, but it's definitely great. I agree. Next game we shoot for 200. Yep. They had the fog, so we didn't kill them turn 4, but they didn't have the fog and we killed them. They didn't have the fog turn 5 and we killed them. Yes, questing beast beats fog. That's why it's in the sideboard. If you expected to play against a lot of Nexus, I would recommend main decking one, so you can like find it when you draw your deck, but oh yeah. Woohoo! Woohoo! The fact that Growing Rites impulses to help you find Wakeroot Elemental is so good. I should probably take the Brontodon. More cheap creatures gets me to this sooner, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna slam this. Sorry, was taking my Invisalign out. If you want to see the Invisalign come out while the webcam stays on, make sure you're a tier 3 sub so you have access to my private Snapchat. Oh, I could have used this and then also cast Goose that turn, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh, if I'd have done this first... No, I wouldn't have discounted anything, right? Other things in play. Other things I have in play. Well, they're dead a couple different ways next turn. Yeah, do we get an next turn is a real question. It is a real good question. Alright, looking like it. They could also have a Brazen Borrower next turn. to bounce this inside of combat? Nope. Obviously, Elves the superior combo deck here of the two. We need a clickbait stream title to brag about it. Something like that. I'm gonna mulligan this, I think. Yeah, this hand is great. Hey, Rashad, thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Gosh, what do I bottom here? I think it's just Nylea. Nylea technically lets us draw our deck when we combo, but like drawing our deck when we combo is like not strictly necessary, so I think we get rid of it. Just honk the goose here, let him know what's up. Oh no! Ghost Quarter's an a card that beats our combo. That's so sad. That's so sad. Wow, that's super rude. I mean, like, the free office suites you can use on Linux, you can also use on Windows. Like, Open and LibreOffice both function on that platform. Yeah, but I wanted to combo them. The top 5 cards of your library reveal a historic card. Ooh. That's sweet. These are all historic cards. It's funny, because it's true. Alright. So if they tap out this turn, we get to make infinite mana next turn. We just need them to tap out, chat. Just tap it out. Tap off the Ghost Quarter. Oh no. They're leaving the Ghost Quarter up, chat. Well, I mean, and they could just do it, like, proactively like that is the correct play. Rats. Why do you hate fun, opponent? What did fun ever do to you? We did get a Sweet Forest at least, that's true. Mono white artifacts. This format is such gas. It's like a big white artifact deck. Platinum Angel. Yep. Actually, I just don't have a way game one to take that off the table. We'll bring in these Thrashy Bees. Hi, waifu.
Did you hide some of these?
I did not. You only bought one box of them, right?
Yeah, there's a big box though. What do you want?
She brought me pasta and a treat. Chat, isn't she great? I probably want Questerson. We're probably pretty unlikely to full combo here. Am I supposed to trim Wakeroot Elemental? I don't know. How many Ghost Quarters can they have? They probably have Sweepers, so Imperious Perfect's not stellar. I feel like I'm supposed to just, like, trim my Lords here. For that reason, expecting Sweepers. Maybe I slow down a little bit and just trim Geese. That's probably fine. Let's try this. Yeah, but like, even if they have 4 Ghost Quarters, right? Like, they're not always going to have it. Instead of me telling you you're wrong, Seagal, can you tell me why you're right? Why do you think Rex Sage is a good sideboard card for us? Whatever. Analyze its strengths and weaknesses versus the alternative. What matchups are you looking to improve? Again, just like people that are focusing on the details that I'm asking for here, don't focus on what the text box is. Tell me, say, Jeff, this is a matchup where this problem happened, and the suggestion you're making addresses that problem in this way. I have a draft token still, I think. I just opened the sealed boosters. Yeah, if we can fade Ghost Quarter for a couple of turns here, we get to combo them. So I can go... I think I play Thrashing Brontodon because I don't want to expose either of my combo pieces to Elspeth Conquers Death or Sweeper. Sure, yeah, trimming the Elf Lord aspect of this deck seems fine. I want specifically Steel Leaf Champion for Nylea. And Clan Caller is kind of okay with this, but yeah, I could see other just like double green cards being good. Our opponent just refuses to get combo killed by our busted land. That's so rude. Why must you hate fun, opponent? What did fun ever do to you? And we're catching Flak 8 from Field of the Dead. Exactly right. Alright, so if I do this, and then I can do this. And then I can attack like this. Sure. Evergreen Spoilers command is great. Buy its stuff. So they have a 1/1. Oh, they can't. So they can make a 1/1 with their castle at the moment. We'll see what else they draw here. Sure. I think them attacking with Lyra last turn was a little bit too greedy. I think they probably should have just attacked us with Shalai. Correct. We are cold to Shalai plus Platinum Angel. Soars, thanks for the 21 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Really unfortunate that we got Ghost Quartered both games before we could combo them. Our lands are supposed to be difficult to interact with, chat. Silly format in your cards that let people interact. Are we just dead? So I have 2 Geese Chump Blockers next turn. So we do this. Yeah, I don't have time to play around Subtle Wreckage, so that's just not a card on my radar at all. And we're dead. We're dead to a removal spell next turn. We'll go Llanowar Elves, Steel Leaf Champion. Then I can go Chump, and then I have a good attack next turn. Good to have you here, Lucas. Thanks for keeping me around. There'll be weekend streams on the channel for the foreseeable future. So they go to 20, they go to 23, and we're dead to that when they kill a goose. Yeah, good games. Needed the fade the Ghost Quarter both games when we had the combo on the next turn and they had it, so that's how it goes. Deck's not particularly interactive. I'm gonna play another match or two, but I think the idea of like is the elf sub theme something that's helpful? The answer is I'm not sure. Like, is Imperious Perfect in Clan Caller worth playing versus just being like a green Stompy deck with a combo in it? Something to think about. We'll get to go Visionary into Steel Leaf into Clan Caller, you know, smash for 8 here. I mean, like, just to, again, be constructive and specific, like, look at that last game that we played. Like, could I cast that card? Like, that wasn't really a stalled board state. Like, Lyra and Shalai was the reason why we were losing. Any tips on Cube? Negative. I don't play much Limited. This deck work with the Simic Ramp engine. So one of the things you need to consider is the fact that in order for your combo to work, you need to have 4 creatures in play. So playing the Growing Rites alongside decks that want to have a lot of creatures in it seems ideal. What does that mean, Wargy? Can you explain what you mean by move from more Elf Ball style deck? Can you be specific? What does Elf Ball mean to you? That's not really a well-defined term. Burning-Tree Emissary. Yeah, it gives you mana. It gives you devotion for Nylea. It seems super reasonable. Speaking of super reasonable, we're super dead, right? Feel pretty dead. They didn't attack with Questing Beast and Pelt Collector. Sure, thanks. We take those around here. Hey, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Thank you for the 12 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Means playing lots of elves. So like, how do 3 and 4 mana cards that don't really impact the board the turn we play them facilitate playing lots of elves? Can you be more specific about? Oh, they just have Embercleave and we're dead, right? That's probably what this is. Can you help me understand how adding those cards to my deck you think makes me play lots of elves? Because, like, I guess in theory, Beast Whisperer, like, lets your elves draw more cards, but it's also a card that, like, is the top end of your curve, so your hand's frequently going to be empty by the time you get to it. Malwyn generates lots of mana, so does this. This generates lots of mana. This generates infinite mana. Like, we literally, when we combo, we literally definitively draw our entire deck when you combo with this deck. Like, you make infinite mana, and you draw every creature in your deck and can cast it. I'm gonna bring in Nullhide here. Just like, be the biggest beater. Oh, Cleave. Yeah, maybe this elf plan is just bad. Okay, I can definitely see that. We can just like, play some wolves in the main deck. Like, having an aggro deck that, like, plays a bunch of 4-mana spells, like, isn't very good in most formats, much less one that's as fast and brutal as this. Alright, I think I'm keeping this and hoping for the best. We draw, like, a forest on 2, and we get to go Dork. We could be in a real good spot. Actually, I'm gonna keep the Nullhide Ferox. It's a little bit bigger. Just for people that are new, I'd encourage you to make, like, useful, constructive, specific card suggestions. Something that I time out or ignore, just ignore straight up in my chat is people saying, why not do X? Instead of me sitting there and telling you, no, that's a bad idea, you're dumb, instead, prove to me that you're smart. Be like, Jeff, we should do this, and this is why we should do this. This is the problem that we solve by doing this. This is why this is a good idea. And if you can create an argument for why the thing you're suggesting is a good idea, great, let's talk about it. If you can't create an argument for why the thing you're suggesting is a good idea, that's probably because it's not a good idea. Why not draw lands? Asking, that's the real question right there. So if we went like that, we put a couple of Wicked Wolves in here, just as like a little bit of, just a little scotch of interaction in the main deck. What else? What else do we want? We just play Thrashing Brontodon main? Is that a thing? This card's just like a good card that's double green, right? Just like having the ability to turn Nylea on when we're just like beating people down seems real good. Seems super reasonable. Again, I love how I sit there and like give my speech on how to make good card recommendations, that people are just like immediately firing off lazy card recommendations. Stop it. What are problems we can fix out of my sideboard? Last Thrashing Brontodon for the Embercleave matchup. A couple of Thrash threats could be okay. Thrash threat could be okay. Oh, Vivien. I don't hate her. Should touch a little scotch of spot removal. She's three devotion for this. We should play Once Upon a Time in Veilsummer. A++. Yeah, she like we have a bunch of mana dorks too that just like kind of suck in a lot of games, and like she's gonna be able to kill those. I feel like I don't want a Nylea on the sideboard, but like putting Wakeroot Elemental on the sideboard seems fine. I don't think Lovestruck Beast is very good against aggro decks right now because most of the aggro decks are all playing Embercleave. They just like cleave through. We should splash blue for Oko. You love to see it. Yorvo could be okay. I like that Steel Leaf Champion doesn't get blocked by zombies is a real upside. Swish. So do I could do this, or I could do this. Let's do this so we can smack them next turn. This is like very, very reasonable Stompy plan, right? Yeah, I mentioned that when we were deck building. I don't think I want Nylea to get with Vivien just because, like, Nylea is, like, an extra combo part. I actually need to look at the mod dashboard. I would bet some of the block terms are things that Twitch put in there initially. Y'all ready for my sick main deck Thrashing Brontodon? The sickest of main deck Thrashing Brontodons. I think Thrashy Bee is just like a pretty good card. Stone Ajax, thanks for 17 months. I mean, I can't even tell you what's in the list of banned terms, so, like, you're not gonna get in trouble if you, like, accidentally say something in the banned terms in an innocent manner. I don't know. If you're, like, blatantly offensive, you're gonna get timed out. Woo! You love to see it! Alright, so next turn? Next turn, then? Scum, magic content creators, and spam related things. Got it. So they're throwing those away so they can flip their thing and gain some life. We appear to be doing the thing. Something like that. So our combo doesn't technically... Our combo doesn't technically kill them, right? It makes all of our lands attack, but they're currently at a high enough life total that that isn't lethal. Okay, so we have infinite mana, and we can draw all of the creatures out of our deck. But does that allow me to get to lethal this turn? I'm not sure that it does. The problem is they have two Soul Wardens. Yeah, this is, and again, like, this is why talk about specific problems and issues, you know, this is like when someone said Borer, I was like, okay, where does that help us? Like a situation like this, it could help, right? Are they dead? They block 4 of these. They take 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So nowhere near dead here. So I can't... Someone said Finale of Devastation. I can only draw creatures. I can only draw creatures with Nylea. I can only draw creatures with Nylea. Alright, so that's a Vivien Arkbow Ranger. Is that good enough? I feel like that's probably good enough, right? Is it good enough? Yeah. I'm gonna go just get all my Wakeroots out of my deck. And just like hope I don't get a Johnny next turn, I think. Is the plan. Well, they need a land too, right, Marty? I really wish I could always yield always yes to these triggers. Anything with 2+ power, anything with 2+ power is worth playing because it's going to gain them 2, but it attacks for more than that. So I'm not going to play the Goose. I don't know that Hydra's very good. Like, Hydra's really clunky in my deck that's trying to be kind of aggressive. Why is God Eternal Ronus useful? I think I'm gonna go ahead and find all my Wakeroots and find my Steel Leaf champions. And then like try and end with a Vivien on top of my deck. Does it give trample? Thought it gave like vigilance. Thought it gave some stupid keyword that like didn't feel green. I have all my Wakeroots. Oh yeah, the 4th is in the board, you're right. Alright, let's look for Steel Leaf champions. Yeah, the Ronus that gives trample isn't legal in this format. Is that my last Vivien? 1, 2... No, there's 4 of them. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, my Steel Leaf champion. There's still a couple of Steel Leaf champions in here. Oh no, we're finally running out of clock, chat. Finally running down the timer. Appreciate you running down my timer while animations go Magic Arena. You the best. Definitely on me to do that while your animations go. I don't know. I took my time at a couple of points in this combo turn, so like, whatever. Alright, good enough. Land a Johnny Wrath my board. And I want to find Vivien here really quick. $12 cards, chat. 12 cards. I don't even know what I'm doing with her, actually. I don't have anything with Death Touch in play. What's in my sideboard? I just go get Questing Beast. It's one more attacker, and it's Vigilance. Oh, she can't ultimate right away anyways. I'm dumb. I don't know why I thought she could ult right away. All right, I'm bored. We'll put a boar or something in our deck later. Let's just do this for now and let them figure it out. Whose job is it to figure out this board state? Not mine. So the problem with Finale, again, just to iterate, is Nylea only draws creatures. So if you want to kill the same turn you're doing, the thing, you have to, if you want to kill the turn you do the thing, you have to play it with, you have to do it via creature. So probably just want an actual pig. Land, Conclave Tribunal, kill me. Should have left back a second blocker. Yes! Yes! They bricked just long enough. Yes! Hashtag sometimes lucky. Hashtag sometimes lucky. Felt pretty clean. Felt pretty clean. Can I just click submit? Is it crazy to click submit? I feel like I'm here to just click submit. It said illegal blocks, so I was trying to block while they were conceding. So they weren't technically legal blocks because we weren't playing Magic anymore. I think this deck could actually be competitive. No idea. For Death Touch fight. That's a good thought. So if I board in one of those, when I combo, I could get Death Touch fight. It's not a terrible idea. Sure. Although again, remember, I can't draw this. I can't draw this the turn I combo. Yeah, but Finale's a worse card. Finale's a worse card when we're not comboing, Wargy. Like, Finale's an incredibly slow and clunky card, and if you're doing that, you're not really being a beatdown deck ever. Like, being a beatdown deck is basically not a game plan in this matchup, just because the opponent, the opponent's archetype just gains so much life, but in general, it's fine. SJ, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. We should splash blue and add Fae of Wishes so we can grab Finality from the board when we combo. That's like the biggest brain of plays. You would have to play like one copy of that other card though too, right? What's the card? Looking for a 1-drop here ideally. 6. So we get to flip this turn. Ideally we'd want to play the card that can filter a mana too, the adventure creature that filters a mana. Is that lethal? Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15 mana. And then we die to the birds next turn. So I guess we chump block here. I mean, it's not lethal. But you're also a member of Twitch chat, so. Yeah, we're just dead here, right? We just got run over. They get Life's Bounty, shoot this. I could get out of this turn by killing this with Brontodon or Vivien, but then like I'm still dead in the long term. I'm happy with how he boarded. I'm just going to go ahead and run it back. A Rose Thorn plus a Fae of Wishes. Of course you love that idea. It's super cheeky. Bushi, thank you for the 3rd of your support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Do you, like, play 4 breeding pools, too, so that way you can cast those cards when you draw them and don't have the other things? Probably. Druid also supplies blue mana. Yeah, that's true. Burning-Tree Emissary here, I think. Goose does as well. Yeah, that's super true. So I have to play 2 bad cards then in my deck. Okay, so I think the game plan here is land. That's good. That's a good one. We'll go land, Burning-Tree, Vivien, put counters on these so we have blockers.
Civilization has crept too far. Tear it down. My, how you've grown.
Yeah, the mono white aggro deck is very good. Super, super reasonable. Would not be surprised to see this do well in the tournament next weekend. There's a whale with Delve. They're not bringing back Delve. Seriously? Can you provide a link to that? They're actually bringing back Delve. Well, that, it's, that'll be legal and historic, right? For people who keep saying it's a commander card, those are historic legal. Right? Is my understanding? Merlu, thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Ooh. Actually, small mistake here on my part. If I would have Nylea'd first, they wouldn't have gained life because it wouldn't have been a creature when it came into play. So I gave them extra counters here. I didn't have to give them. Wait, there's a different set? I thought these things were related to... I thought all these commander cards are not they're not coming to Arena. Commander 2020 is not coming to Arena. I thought the Commander 2020 decks were going to have Arena codes. Or is that something else? I thought there was a Commander product coming out that was going to have codes to give you your cards on Arena. Is that not the case? Am I thinking of something else? We're probably dead at this point. Yeah, they have these. Oh, we're actually just dead, right? They play these, they sack them. Does anybody else find it frustrating and confusing? Why are there two things we're having spoilers for right now? Like, I can understand if, like, we push something, but who intentionally scheduled simultaneous spoiler seasons? Like, who pitched that and was like, that's a good idea? I wonder. It's very confusing. I mean, I'm not saying they can't do both sets. I'm just saying they could have, like, done them in different timelines, right? I don't know. It's weird. I need to run to the bathroom really quick and brush my teeth and put my Invisalign back in. I guess we're about done with this deck. We've been playing it for an hour 15. All right, let's do a wrap up and we'll go on to the next one when I get back. So we started with an elf package, and I'm honestly not sure. Elves kind of feels like, and they're just like not quite good enough in this format. Like, I feel like we need like a shaman of the pack and maybe a collected company, or honestly, kind of like the problem that we have in Pioneer. There just aren't really enough good one-drops in this archetype, right? Like, even when we had a more elf focus, I was leaning on Gilded Goose still, just so we have, like, enough ones to fill things out. Maybe with a slightly more Stompy-based build, I should give Pelt Collector a try. But in general, just like only having 4 or 5 1-drops that feel playable doesn't feel stellar. The part of this deck that was impressive to me is that I feel like there's probably room to explore Growing Rites plus Wakeroot Elemental in this format. Like, this is basically a 1-color, 2-card combo that you can slot into any green creature deck in the format. So again, the combo is when you flip this over into Cradle of the Sun, if you have Wakeroot Elemental plus 4 other creatures, you get infinite green mana, and every land you have in play becomes a 5/5 elemental with haste, which is often going to be lethal if you have, 4, 5, or 6 lands out. So I feel like there's definitely some room to explore what you're doing with these. Another aspect this deck had along with the Stompy portion was Nylea the Keen-Eyed, which this card, when paired with infinite mana, means that we get to draw every creature out of our deck, and as long as they just cost green mana, we get to play all of those creatures out. One issue we did hit with the Soul Siblings matchup that they kind of gummed up the board a lot, so maybe having some kind of boar would be good. If you have a question about deck submissions, Red Life, please use the form on my website. I don't know what all of the new cards are. I don't know if what I'm willing to build around and what I'm not offhand. It just helps me keep track of who've used what for what by using the forum. All right, I'm gonna hit a quick ad roll and then go brush my teeth and get everything restarted. When we get back, we're going to dive on into one more historic deck here. We're going to play some Golos Gates, featuring some Field of the Dead. So we'll be back in just a few. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.